Guys, I thought, and we talked about this, Glenn, on the pregame show, about how we thought this would be a game where you wanted to establish the run against this lesser of opponent, Weber State. But the reality after the game started was this was a game that Seth Doege, I called it a confidence game. Seth Doege wanted to try to get as much confidence going in his quarterback as he could. And so they came out throwing the ball. I mean, Javen Watley, literally that first touchdown, I mean, he just ran right by the guy. Defensive back literally let him go. And Noah hit him with a dime. They came out, gave Noah some dump downs. They went deep when they had the opportunity to go deep. Clearly, they wanted to get some confidence in this quarterback. Did not maybe play as sharp, did not throw the ball as sharply as what we all would have liked for him to have done so last Saturday. Again, didn't turn it over last Saturday. Made some good decision, but still there was some growing pains in there. And I think that what they wanted to do tonight was try to make sure that Noah came out of this with a whole lot of confidence in himself. And he executed. Again, you get a game plan, I think, from your offensive coordinator. You get a game plan, and still you have to execute it. And I thought Noah Fifita executed the game plan Seth Doege gave him with precision tonight.
You got me? I really think that Noah spinned it pretty good tonight. I think he did hit. I thought on the move, when he was on the move, he really threw the ball well. There's maybe a couple of throws that he didn't get, but maybe one or two, I think. But most of the time, when he rolled to his left, I thought he threw that one ball to, I think it was Hunter, and threw a nice ball that was just right in his hands, and he set up and threw the ball well. So I thought he did really well with that. And you're right. It was a confidence booster tonight. I would have loved to see them run the ball a little bit better. I think that the offensive line played decent. I don't think they played great. I think pass pro was not as great as I thought it should have been. And then I thought they should have had a little bit more, but better cup for him to throw, because they were getting caved in on the outside a little bit too much. But other than that, I thought they did pretty good.
Yeah, and I think Weber State had a lot to do with the reason why Noah was passing the ball. I think they watched the game last week and saw 3 running backs get touchdowns, break off big runs. So they really loaded the box, and they were in man-to-man situation with no help over the top. So that's the reason why got in one-on-one situations. Quarterback make a check. He throw the ball. I think it was a few times there were designed runs, but he just checked. He just pulled the ball out and made the quick pass. And the guys made some plays downfield. But yeah, Noah was finding an open guy. I mean, it didn't look like he was locking in on any specific guy, trying to force the ball, looking past his progressions. He was literally looking 1, 2, 3, 4, finding an open guy, putting the ball on him, and letting him play ball.
Yeah, and letting him run. Yep. We talked about that in the pregame. We wanted to have him throw passes where they can get the ball and run. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just like get the ball or out. It's too high or it's to the side. He gave it in stride, so that was a good thing to see.
And I'll add this, you do want to see a little bit more attitude with the run, especially against a Weber State type of team, to where you're like, hey, lock this run. Lock mean that we call a run and we run the run. Yeah. Because it's just an attitude play, right? And you want to get your guys used to understanding that, hey, sometimes we want to run at these guys regardless of, what fronts they got, especially when you're playing.
Work on their minds.
Yeah.
Work on their minds.
Weaker opponent. You're working on your offensive lineman mind frame, because you're getting them to understand that, they got to be tough and rough if you really want to compete against some of the better teams.
And it wasn't maybe, guys, necessarily in terms of, the big number. We saw 183 on the ground last week, 150 this week, but still the averages were good. Amadi averaged close to 6 yards per carry, 9 for 51, and Wesley came in at the end. I didn't see any of it because I was on my way back from the ball game, but I was listening to Brian, and I'm looking forward to watching that fourth quarter tape. But it sounded, Glenn, like what we saw that night when we were there at that one practice, practice where they actually tackled to the ground. It sounded like he was running a lot like what we saw that night.
Yeah, I thought he ran hard. I thought Wesley ran hard. I mean, he's just a bull. I mean, he's running with attitude, and that's what you have to do if you want to run the ball. And there's some backs. We got some backs back there that can handle a load. I just think that I think we got to block a little bit better up there in front to give them some more room and get it up to the next level. And we're going to get see some guys breaking more runs.
Pretty cool to see Anthony Wilhite, the kid out the South Point, get a chance to run the ball. I mean, got 5 opportunities. I mean, usually walk-ons don't get a chance to get that many, so he must have been doing a great job at practice to get those opportunities. So shout out to him and his dad. I know the family. Ismail. Right?
Yeah.
9 carries, 51 yards. Like DK said, over 5.7, almost 6 yards. But catching the ball out the backfield also and being able to take it 20, 30 yards for a touchdown.
Right.
That's huge right there because, again, another added weapon in that passing game that's a running back that's, as a runner, he's showing you what he can do, the pop that he has. But then being able to catch the ball and make something happen in the pass game is just another threat that the defense has to worry about.